This program was brought to you by Organo Gold. Organo Gold is a health and wellness company that provides healthy coffees, teas, and chocolate. All one has to do is consume the available coffee, teas, chocolate, and other products to get all the available benefits. One can also share these products with others to help them improve their health as well.
And now, Fairfax Breakfast Club with your host, Basil Lemba.
Welcome. My name is Basil Lemba and I will be your host. The Fairfax Breakfast Club is a weekly program in which we bring to you valuable and workable know-how you can use to improve your networking skills and grow your business. We always start the show with a quote. Today's quotes are about art. And being that art is a major subject in life, we have for you not one, but two quotes. Here they are. The first one is, the artist works with life and with universes. He can deal with any level of communication. He can use any reality. He can embrace or inhibit any affinity. The second one, the artist has an enormous role in the enhancement of today's and the creation of tomorrow's reality. He operates in a rank in advance of science as to the necessities and requirements of man. The elevation of a culture can be measured directly by the number of its people working in the field of aesthetics. And that is from L. Ron Hubbard. With us today in the studio, we have someone whose company is called Motivation Walls, and those murals, and thereby impacting the environment a great deal. His name is Lawrence Mersch. Hello, Larry.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how about you?
I'm okay.
You surprised you're sitting here on television today?
It's a surprise and an experience. We'll find out. Yes.
Okay, good. Well, welcome to our show.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Now, tell us about what you do.
Well, I'm a graphic designer by training.
Mm-hmm.
I was involved in the signage industry for many years.
Mm-hmm.
I made a career switch, actually, to teaching.
Mm-hmm.
So school ended, so I went back to find what can I do with my design work.
Mm-hmm.
In the school environment, I had an opportunity to create some environmental graphics, I would call them, motivational in nature, to inspire the kids, get them occupied, get them thinking about what else can they be with their life.
Mm-hmm.
That led to where can I put it to work? Another school, another rec center, a logo for a company, could be imprinted on banners.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what I do. Create image that is creative.
Okay.
Okay.
Tell us about what kind of work you've done so far.
Well, I can show you. Maybe that's the better way to do it.
Okay. Well, we cannot show them right now, but we're trying to insert them.
Okay.
But describe which area, which location you have done some work in.
Done a couple of different schools in D.C. One that's no longer there. Another is called
You mean the whole wall? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. The second school I got involved in was literally a 30-foot wall.
Uh-huh.
You're walking through the lobby, it's a blank wall. Can you do something with it?
Uh-huh.
So it was image of the Capitol. There was a vocational school, so we had some images of the automobiles. It was also cosmetics, so we did some things with that. Combined in, so there's about 6 different images in this 30-foot wall.
Mm-hmm.
That led to, can you do anything with the cafeteria?
Mm-hmm.
So I did some things with just kind of lights, camera, action. Just kind of get that moving.
Mm-hmm.
And that led to other projects, doing some things with There was a doorway into the dock that I wanted to cover up, a big black door. So there's a image of a Mercedes truck coming right at you out of a snow scene.
Interesting.
If you look, there's a door, but you otherwise wouldn't know it's there. There's a doorway into another part, more typical door. It became kind of a viaduct leading down a path and out into a snow scene somewhere. Done some others. I've recently done a massage facility. Very calming, very bright, relatively bright colors, aquas and so forth. But the walls were blank. What can you do with that? So I created an image on that. What else?
Okay.
I could do several other things.
Okay.
But that's kind of a couple of extremes, from motivational in a school to a calming image in a salon.
Gotcha. Exactly as the quote says, so you can create really any reality and change the environment really completely.
I'm thinking back years ago, it was not a painted graphic, but I was using a logo for an advertising studio. And we had an E and a D, I believe, together. So we kind of overlaid the two. One was a stainless metal, and the other was a polished metal. And the one just jumped right off the other. It was beautiful the way it's set up in their environment. It was probably 5 feet wide. They loved it, and so did I.
Okay.
So
Very good.
it's not necessarily just painted graphics. It could be imprinted on a banner. It could be made out of metal.
Okay. How do you go about growing your business?
Say again?
How do you go about growing your business?
A lot of phone calling, trying to contact contractors, school administrators, business owner. Have you considered doing this? Most of them hadn't. Would you consider doing this? This would be something that might enliven your lobby, your school, your whatever.
Definitely. And then, as I mentioned last time, facility managers will be the good people for you to meet and talk to. Facility managers, people who manage facilities, because that's their job, really, to enhance the space. It makes a total difference, really, the environment. We all know that. If you walk into a place well decorated, can get more production. It can make people feel better and what have you. I mean, the sense, the way the place is set up can either, as I say, either inhibit or enhance, depress or maybe raise the morale.
Right.
I would say of any other area.
Somebody even suggested to me, and I had never thought of it before, but what about a dentist? You're laying in your chair, and what are you looking at but a blank ceiling?
It's not a bad idea. In fact, I remember going to a dentist once, and then was laying like that, and then they decorated the whole thing.
Oh, did they?
Oh yeah. The light was coming. They wrote it down. Then dentist office. No, I'm just kidding.
I literally had never thought of it before.
That is a perfect. They sit there for 30 an hour. Really, it's important. It makes a big difference. I remember that was beautifully decorated, flowers and what have you. Yeah.
I mean, I'm always commenting on some of the artwork they've got in the room, but you're laying back, there is a blank wall there, a blank ceiling, let's say.
Well, I guess maybe to get out of the box, you got to start thinking of where those people stand or be in a position and be staring for a long time. That could be a target. Because sometimes in passing, you may or may not see something, may not have value, but where people sit by and then they have to sit there for a while, that will be a place, I would say, kind of like, how can I say that, a key item for you to convince the owner that this will make a difference.
I've been looking in Tyson's Corner. We're not far away from it, as well as Merrifield. There's a lot of new construction. I've been trying to find who's the right person to talk to, whether it's a hotel lobby or it's a lobby of somebody, one of the tenants in the building.
Facility managers, that's their job.
Okay.
That's what they do. That's what they call. They have a whole association. And yeah, if the work that you mentioned to me, I'll just make copies of them, nice copy, and send them to all the dentists.
Okay.
How about doing this for your customer? That put their attention on that as opposed to what's going on.
I think that's a good idea.
I will even give you the address of that dentist I'm talking about, which is a local dentist.
Okay.
You can go and check his place out, and that give you an idea.
Okay.
And it was very soothing and everything else. So it was not, that would be a good something you can check out to get an idea of how it does, how it works.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I have a question for you. What is your biggest challenge? What is the biggest challenge in your profession?
I guess getting the idea across that this is something they don't see every day. This could enhance your facility, and finding who is the right person to ask that question, to push that idea. Whether it's, I've certainly tried the principals, but it's reaching the principals is quite a task in some of these big schools because they're busy all the time.
Okay, you can go big school, but in the principle of networking, then that this is a show about networking, organization about networking. There is comparable order of magnitude in networking. A one-person organization will do well by networking for one-person organization. A big organization will do well by networking a big organization. Sizes matters.
Oh yeah.
So in your case, if you can get a big contract with a big school, great. I wouldn't go there. For the simple reason that you got to match the power. You got to go to the red tape and what have you, and then they would demand a size of whatever. I'll give you a good example. Verizon Center in DC will network with AT&T, comparable size.
Okay.
Verizon will say, okay, do all my phone lines, and AT&T can say, okay, I'm going to buy 200 seats for over the year. Comparable size of power, power to power.
Right.
They network at that level. If you're trying to do business with AT&T, it's difficult because you're not sitting power to power. Now, a huge company who does what you do and they have contract worldwide will easily do business with them. I'm saying that I wouldn't go there. I will, if I get it, great, but I'll go where power to power, the same amount of power. It goes easier, you get a decision maker easily, and the thing is done. Because whereas for a big contract, it'll take you 2 to 3 months before you get paid. We cannot necessarily afford that. You're working for 2 to 3 months, nothing comes out. But they have that, they have a receivable, they can deal with that. In your case, I'll go to the guy, the dentist, because it's one person, I can talk to him, we can agree, sign the check, just like the massage person you did. You talk to them. It's easier at that level. Tomorrow, when the organization grows, then you can concentrate on those bigger companies.
All right. That makes some sense.
You follow me? That's how that's how networking works. Stature, comparable order of magnitude.
All right.
Now, there's another data that I would like to share with you, as well as with Larry over here. There is a great book out there. It's called Selling to the Veto.
Okay.
Veto, V-I-T-O, stands for Very Important Top Officer.
Okay.
Okay. This is the person, the company, who makes the decision as to what gets done.
Okay.
He does not go by postal. It doesn't have to be the CEO. It can be the CEO. It can be the owner. It can be the GM. It can be the CIO. It can be any one of those persons. In public relations, that person is called the opinion leader.
Right.
Each and every group, including family included, has the person whose people take their opinion from. If that person says we're doing it, it gets done. If they say we're not doing it, forget about it. It will never get done.
Right.
Even in the family, you can have the household, the breadwinner, the dad, who will say, well, we're getting to McDonald's today. All the kids going to look to Aunt Auntie. Aunt Auntie, are we eating to McDonald's? You say, no. They're not going to eat to McDonald's. They're going to go precisely eat where Aunt Auntie suggests.
Okay.
Aunt Auntie is the opinion leader.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Even if the dad is the one paying, her opinion overrides everything else.
Okay.
Talking about you trying to find out who to talk to, well, you can get that book and read it. It teaches you how to find the veto, very important top officer. This is the guy. If you say yes, it gets done. If you say no, it ain't happening. But you need to find out who that is. That person does not necessarily go by the post title.
That makes some sense.
That's why sometimes small businesses can bang their head against the company. They're looking for the CEO. The CEO has not. CEO may not be the opinion leader. He's not the veto. So therefore, it ain't going to happen.
Right.
So by learning who to talk to will save you time and money, because now you know that's the person I need to submit or talk to or present my information to. It makes you that much more effective and that much more successful.
Makes sense. I had a situation this past year to work with the Fairfax County Recreation Center. We did banners in that case rather than painted graphics. And I was directly dealing with the director of the facility. Payment came from Fairfax County, but I was dealing with the facility person right there, and that's how it worked. Made sense.
So that data is extremely valuable in business. Finding who is the decision maker, and it does not necessarily have anything to do with the post title.
I agree.
Yeah, so that will help you, I think, a great deal in you getting contract or agreement or what have you.
I agree.
Very good. So now tell us, Larry, what is your most successful, what is your biggest success in life?
Regarding the business?
Business, life, that's your decision.
I guess greatest success is my kids, but
Okay.
that's typical parent. They're doing very well.
Okay.
Beyond that, some of these projects that I've done that are really interesting to look at. I want to go back and, hey, how they keeping it up? Went back to one that didn't keep it up too well. That was a little disappointing. So, you know, I'd like to see my artwork cared for.
You probably need to educate them on that as well, don't you think?
I think I do, yeah. I need to actually call him back and say, hey, how about clean that up a little bit?
My favorite was Frank Lloyd Wright. Have you heard about him?
Oh, yes.
An American architect. If he designed your building, he was designing the furniture as well,
Oh, yes.
the layout. You are not to move anything out of place.
He's very autocratic. He was. I've been to a couple of his houses.
Oh, really? Right here in Springfield?
Well, there's one over in eastern part of Fairfax County. There's one.
Yeah, the one on the, what is that called? I forgot the name of it.
It was originally over in
Falls Church?
Arlington, and they moved it because of I-66 being built. Closer to Mount Vernon now.
Yeah.
It's a very nice place. I was surprised physically that it was small compared to what I had in my mind.
I got you, okay.
But I mean, it was for a small family. It worked. But he designed every piece.
Absolutely. I mean, he was phenomenal. And, you know, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing because it's a point of responsibility. And as an artist has the responsibility to educate his customers.
He did that.
He did that. I remember that very house we're talking about. The name is not coming to me, but it's coming. I think out of exit 169 right here on 495. The lady, like anybody else, watched the magazine, and then she said, I want a big kitchen. I need a big kitchen. Everybody, the new magazine coming up. And then, of course, she called Frank. She said, Frank, I need a big kitchen. And I said, what for? Oh, I entertain people, Lord, I need a big kitchen and what have you. Okay. And then he asked, how many people do you want to entertain? And the lady said, 50, 100. Yeah, I would like to bring them to my house. And Frank Lloyd Wright asked him, Ma'am, what is the size of your kitchen? And then she gave the measurement, whatever. Okay. And Frank told her, the Pullman train, the size of the kitchen of the Pullman train is smaller than yours. But the Pullman train feeds 200 people.
All right.
That was the end of the conversation.
I can believe it. I can believe it.
I do love Frank. I respect his work most definitely. But to your point, it is a point of education from day one. And not to say that you got to take the rights of your customers away.
Right.
But you got to take responsibility of the work, knowing that the work will definitely help them improve their lives. They can easily get fashion and this, that, the other thing, which is fine, but you got to stand behind your product. I guess that's what it comes down to.
And he absolutely did. His students. I lived in a home that was built by one of his students.
Oh, really?
Everything was placed. It was interesting. Okay, a couple of things didn't work real well, but the way he set it up, it made sense.
Very good.
So.
Okay, now I would like to get your opinion. You have had the opportunity to come to a breakfast event. Tell the audience a bit about your experience at a breakfast event.
It's such an opportunity to talk with individuals. I'm not the kind of person who, in another environment, walks up to Joe Blow and starts spouting about my business. In this environment, I have a person in front of me for a limited period of time. This is what I do, and you tell me what you do. Okay. And after a minute or two, we move on to the next person. Okay. And I get to talk to 25 people or more in a half-hour space of time. It works. Okay. You know.
Compare that to the other networking event you've been to in the past.
I've been to others in the last couple of months. There were literally probably 100 people there. I got sampling the food, and I made an attempt or two to interrupt the conversation, but they weren't really interested in talking to me. They didn't know me, so I walked away. And out of 100 people, I think I talked to one. I'm just not that kind of a butt-in type of person. You know.
So that led me to believe, you tell me as I'm wrong, that the Breakfast Club is designed to make matter easier for the guests. Am I correct?
I would think so, yeah. Yeah. It's an environment that's set up to make conversation, to get your point across. I'm not a verbose person. I tell them what I do, and I'm ready to move on to somebody else.
Very good.
And that's the structure. It's I've talked to this person for 5 minutes or a couple minutes. They tell me what they do. Okay, now let's move on to the next person.
Very good. Okay. So, folks, what we're talking about is the Breakfast Club. We take place over here in Fairfax at the Old Town Hall, 3999 University Drive. It's generally the third Thursday of the month. We'd love to have you there. The next one will be on October 16 from 7:30 to 9 a.m. That would be a great opportunity for any one of you to come and network with about 40 to 50 business people. Now, Larry, you also get a chance to attend our expo we had last time in June. We have 2 expos a year. So tell us a little bit about your expo, the expo.
It's a small, relatively, compared to some convention halls I've been into. You have a chance to display your work. You have a chance to speak to quite a number of people that come by. Had a couple of leads come from other exhibitors. You know, to talk to so-and-so, or I need something in my facility. It was, it worked. I had a chance to display my work and talk to people. And they could ask me, what do you do? I haven't seen this before. Tell me a little more about it. Okay. So that's the environment.
And you have gotten business from the Breakfast Club and the expo so far? Okay. Very good. Again, the expo, the next one is on November 14. We have them twice a year, mid-year, end of the year, and that will be at the Stacy Sherwood Community Center right here in Fairfax. So if you're a business exhibit, so you want to get onto our website and secure your spot, and even if you do not exhibit, come on out. Again, that would be a great opportunity for you to meet 300, 400, even 500 business people to promote and grow your business. Okay, that's that. So now, Larry, tell us, so what are you planning in the future?
Develop my business.
Develop business, okay.
Okay. I do other things, but this is certainly what I want to do. And I want to find opportunities and situations where I can enhance someone else's environment and I can enjoy what I'm doing. Okay. I know people who do the same thing for 30, 40 years. They hate what they do, but they keep on doing it. That doesn't make any sense to me.
So this motivational walls painting is what you like, what you want to do in life.
Sure.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Well, I can tell you that the Breakfast Club will help you do just that.
Okay.
Giving you the exposure to different businesses, and then as well as the expo, which you'll be attending, which is great. Congratulations for the November 14th. And we just keep in contact and putting you in contact with the businesses so you can grow your business.
Okay, great.
Already have some business that's just the beginning. And then also the other thing you want to do also to go back to those customer reviews who have gotten your work, at least those who have kept it and maintained it, so definitely like it, and get some testimonial from them.
That's a good idea.
And that gives you now, you can put together a press book with the artwork on one side, and the other side you have the testimonials. And again, even at the expo, put them together. This is what we got done. This is what they say about it. You know, even if the one you just did recently, and I think that would be good in that way. Get the word out. They give you a third party telling about their work, and then they give you the opportunity to step away and let the third party give their opinion about the work.
Makes sense.
So I think that again help you in your promoting, getting the word out, and definitely creating more acceptance and increasing the reality of your work. Because sometimes, because you're the person who produces it, they say, of course they're going to say it's great. But coming from a third person, it is seen differently, appreciated differently, and will help you that much more drum up business.
I think so. I think I'd like to do some of that.
Yeah, I think that would be a good thing. Okay, folks, I just want to remind you again, go to our website to learn more about our website. We're not done yet, Larry. Not off the hook yet. Go to our website, Breakfast Website, which is blnbc.com to learn more about breakfast. And then at the expo also, which is ultbizexpo.com. Larry, last message now to our audience. What message would you like to communicate to our audience here?
I would like to do some graphics in your facility. I would like to enhance your facility. I would like to show you what's possible.
Okay, great. Well, that's definitely much more appreciated. That's good. And I've seen your work, and I think that's a great work. The massage parlor that you did right here in Fairfax is great. Totally, completely changed that place. It's truly day and night. I mean, I remember going there before. It was, how can I say, what was the word? It was definitely missing something. It was...
I think there was a need.
There was...
She felt it too.
Yeah.
She basically just put up some vacation pictures on her front wall, and she knew she had to do something with that. So that's what we changed.
But you know what, I'm thinking about it now. We should probably do that, I'm sure. When you go to a place, if you feel the need yourself, if you feel the need or feel that something needs to be done over here, the guests probably, the owners probably have the same feeling. Probably.
I'd like to get in that environment and say, can we do something with this? I'd like to do it for you.
You know, if I was you, most of the time, I would be having my press book with me.
I'm sorry?
If I was you, I'll have my press book all the time when I'm walking around. Now they say, can we do something? This is what we did. I showed the wall before and after, before and after, before and after.
I've got a book of past projects.
Good. I will do it. I will review it and make it a before and after.
I've got some of that.
Okay, good. And then it doesn't have to be big, small, so you can carry it all around, and then just promote yourself that way. Okay. I thank you very much for coming on our show.
Thank you very much.
And then looking forward to having your breakfast event, and the next breakfast event as well at the expo. Folks, thank you very much for tuning in. We're looking forward to seeing you next time. Have a very productive day. Bye-bye.
This program was brought to you by Organo Gold. Organo Gold is a health and wellness company that provides healthy coffees, teas, and chocolate. All one has to do is consume the available coffee, teas, chocolate, and other products to get all the available benefits. One can also share these products with others to help them improve their health as well.